Yeah. Hi. Hello, she says. Come on in. It's that time again. Guess what? It is time for Sunday with Mama.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What are you going to do to the mama?
Well, I don't know. So far, I fed you.
Very good.
Yeah, we just had a really good lunch. We had pork chops with, what did we have? Cabbage and carrots and a little bit of mac and cheese and mom's favorite, some root beer, sugar-free root beer.
Oh, I still have some. It's
Yeah,
very
okay.
good.
Good. I'm glad you have plenty. Anyway, welcome back to those of you that have been here before. For those of you that are new, my name is Connie. Let me change this angle a little bit. There we go. My name is Connie. You've just entered Connie's little corner, and this,
And my name is Angel.
she's the mama. In case you didn't realize, Sundays with Mama.
We look alike.
Oh God.
How can you miss that?
Well, that must be why you're so gorgeous.
I know.
You get it from me.
Hmm.
She's very agreeable today. Anyway, if you are new, please go down below and you will find my link where you can download the TEMU app, and using my code, which I'll put up here, AFC 95851, you'll get 30% off your first order. You can
Wow.
also scan this QR code that I'm going to throw up here too, in case you're watching this on TV. So anyway, we have a TEMU haul for you today, of course, right? Duh, that's a no-brainer. And if Mama would like to start, she can start pulling things out of the bag, and let's see what we have. You ready?
Hold on just a second.
Oh, gotta move the beverage. Gotta protect the drink at all costs.
Definitely.
All right, what we got?
I don't know, but it's going to get me.
It's gonna get you. Is it big? Here, I'll grab this. You grab that so it doesn't fall. Oh, you're right. Oh, it's still stuck in the bag. Hold on, we're working on it. There we go. Woo! All right, this was $3.29. This big old thing is a kneeling pad. It's a knee pad. Oh, Charlie. Hold on. I know I brought Charlie out here for a reason. This is a kneeling pad for gardening or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
You know, I find myself on the floor a lot because I'm either installing something or working on something. I have all the grouting in my floor tile in the kitchen to do, and I don't like wearing knee pads and having those bands around the backs of my knees. So I like to use this.
Oh, this is nice.
Isn't it nice for $3.29? Want to pop that out right there? Push right there. There you go.
Oh, wow. Oops.
Little space for a carry handle to make it easy. And you can save this piece if you don't want the carry handle. You can always tuck this piece back in, so it gives you a full solid spot for kneeling on.
Very nice.
Nice, comfortable. This is
I'll
really.
take that.
Are you going to kneel on the floor and help me?
No, but I'll take it.
Anyway, this is going into my household stuff. They have this in a variety of colors, variety of thicknesses, but this is just enough. You can see it's about an inch thick. It has very little squish to it. It's pretty firm. It's your knees,
Very nice.
your kneel on it. You're not going to go all the way through to the bottom and end up not having a pad under you. So I like it. And I got
That's mine, right?
it's yours if you want to help me.
Sure.
Okay. I'll set it over here. That's gonna help me.
Help you what?
Crawl around on the floor, weed, work on the corn crop.
Oh, yeah.
We have corn sprouts coming up. They're about this big so far.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah. And tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up the rest of my seeds from my veggie garden. It's gonna go into my house. What else we got? There's one more thing down the way in the bottom of the bag, I think.
Oh, yeah, I see
All
that.
right. This was $5.39, and this is a 3-pack of Bandeaus. Now, I was refunded for these, and I'm not sure if I'm going to donate them or try to use them. I love the colors. This one is a really nice, it's like a strapless bra. Okay. So this one is like that paprika color, like a brick color. And then they have one in the ivory or beige.
The beige.
Yeah. And then one in the basic black. basic black. And the black one is a little bit different. The black one doesn't have a gathering in the front or in the back. It's just a flat. Oh, yes, it does. Wait a minute. I just found it. Hard to find. There it is. So these do fit true to size, but the reason why I returned them and got a refund was because they're not as described. The picture of these clearly shows that they're padded. It has that form to it. It has that shape to it. So when I first got them, I thought, well, the pads are missing, but there isn't even a pocket on the inside to add a pad. So I do have cutlets and I do have stickies that go over the areola to present that privacy. So I will try them this way. But for the price, $5.39 for 3 of them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
For 3.
for 3 of them. Yeah, so a
Wow.
little over $5 for the 3 of them. And I do love the colors, but they just were not as advertised. And they didn't specify that they were not padded, were not padded, but they were shown as padded. And when you're double D's, you need some sort of padding, right? That's something to protect the girls. So they're very well made. They're very nice. The material is very soft. Beautiful colors.
It is beautiful.
Just be mindful when you do go look for the bandeaus. If it doesn't say it's padded, skip over them or be willing to get these and modify them if you have to. Okay. Next. She's going to want these.
What is that?
Oh, you'll see. She's going to want these. These were $1.16. Here, take a look at one.
Earrings?
Yeah. These are earrings. These are posts. So, boy, here she goes. She's taking out her earring already. These are posts, which I will change and put onto hooks. But they're just little sunflowers with a dragonfly on the bottom. They had sunflowers with bees hanging off the bottom, but I got this one with the dragonfly. And you see these little circles on the dragonfly's wings? I'm going to put crystals in them, either yellow crystals to match the sunflower or brown amber crystals, or I might just use clear crystals. But yeah, these are, oh, there she goes. She's putting one in.
I can't find the hole.
Want help?
Yep.
All right. Get the backing.
Oh, that I didn't have the back.
You didn't have the back, no. Whoops. I'm dropping it. Hold on. No. It's all right. I got this one. I'll get that one afterwards. It's a challenge, right? All right. Let's find the hole first, and then I'll worry about the back. You've got tiny little ears here. There we go. I got it. Now let me get the backing on. Ow! Sorry. That was my nail.
I know.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kind of working from the side, which is not easy for me to do. But all right, there we go. Let me move your. In case everybody's wondering what this little pearl stuff is, this is the chain that I attach to Mom's hearing
This is
aids
beautiful.
so that she never loses them. I'm just going to move it up here out of the way.
This is beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
I love them.
Oh boy, am I going to have to get you a pair
Yes.
that size?
Yes.
You don't think they're too big?
No, I think that's
Okay, I want everybody to vote. Is this a good size for Mama? Is this okay or is this too big? She thinks they're okay. We'll find out. But I will order another pair. Oh my goodness. Ah! I know, it's in there. Good, isn't it? Ah! You're silly. All right, put your regular earring back in there, Josephine.
Josephine is here?
Josephine's always here.
Oh.
Josephine's one of her nicknames. Long story, comes from back when I was a kid. But anyway, really cute. Little acrylic sunflowers. Kind of nice, very nice quality. But again, I will change them and put them on hooks as opposed to posts. They're not heavy at all. They can easily stand up to having a hook.
I can't find the hole.
Again?
Right.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, would you stop? You're such a goof. Okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right. What we got? Is that it for that bag? We got to get in.
That's it in the bag.
Take the one off the floor. Okay. New bag. Want me to have that? Okay. New bag. I think it's zippered closed. I zipped it. At the end of this video, see the nails? Remember in the last video, I did a test on my other hand, on my right hand, of 5 different ways to attach the tips. I'm going to show you the results. You're not seeing much of my right hand because I want to keep it a secret. But this is the left hand that I did all acrylic salon style, and these have not budged. These aren't coming off. All right, grab anything. Okay, $2.19. Now, right behind me, right behind us in this, literally on the other side of this divider, is where my greenhouse is going to be set. And that's where my outside water spigot is. So in order to have water running to my little greenhouse and be able to have a hose that I can use for the rest of the yard, I had to get a splitter.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And this is a splitter with shut-off valves, so that if I don't want one hose to be fed, or if I don't want the other to be fed, I can shut these off. This will go on to the faucet. This will go on to one that feeds, well, it'll be this way, but one that feeds the greenhouse and one that I use for the rest of the yard. And of course, I have the valves that you turn the valves to shut them off. They're really tight. They're really tight. But you turn the valves to shut them off so that the water either does or doesn't feed to one side, or you can open so that it feeds to both. Pretty cool, right?
Very
so
good.
for $2.19.
That's it?
Yeah, I started with this one, which is just the hard plastic, the acrylic. I will eventually go over to a brass one, because down here in the heat, all this stuff that's plastic, whether it's hard or not, eventually gets brittles and cracks. But I'll probably be able to get at least a couple of years use out of this one before I need to replace it. And then I'll replace it with a brass fitting. Next. Oh, all right. Now, when we're done with this video, Mom and I are going to be doing our hand mold, where we're going to hold hands and stick our hands down into a container full of goop, kind of like jello-y texture. We're going to hold our hands there for 5 minutes and let it create a mold. And then we're going to fill that mold and make a plaster cast of our hands. And this is the last bunch of the molding that I got. Now, this was $10.48, and this is 200 grams of cloning powder and 200 grams of modeling powder. So every 100, the ratio is 1 to 5. And 500 grams of water is basically 2 cups. So for every 100 grams of this, it'll make 2 cups of solution.
Wow.
All right. So I've got now a total of 400 grams, which is the max I'm getting. I figured it out using water, how much I would need. So I've got 400 grams, right, which is going to be the equivalent. Every 100 is 2 cups. So that's going to be 8 cups that it'll make. And that's going to be enough to bring it up to about where my watch band is. So we'll get a base, basically using our wrists as a base to be able to set our little hand mold on. So we'll be doing this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
So next video, next Sunday with Mama,
You'll see it.
it'll be the big reveal, right? I'm excited. So this comes in difference. Her hand is tiny. Hold your hand up, please. Way up here. Her hand is so tiny compared to mine, all right, that I had to base it on an adult hand with a child hand. But if you want to do 2 adults hand, or you're going to need a little bit more, you might want to go up from the 400 grams. You might want to go to 600 grams. So you make sure you have enough. If you're doing a child's hand, or maybe an infant's hand or an infant's foot, doing a casting like that, then just figure that each 100 grams is going to be 2 cups. whatever you're doing, test it out with water. Is 2 cups going to be enough to stick the hand in or stick the foot in or stick a finger in or whatever it is? Stick a
How
paw,
about the head?
stick a. I couldn't afford enough to do your head or my head for that matter. So we'll see how it works and we'll keep you posted. I'm excited that we're finally going to get to do it, that I finally have enough. I should have figured it out in the beginning, but
This
didn't
looks
do
like,
it.
like a gun.
Uh-oh. It looks like what?
Gee, it looks like a gun.
Hey, careful the other thing doesn't fall out.
No.
Oh, okay. This was originally $3.59. I had a 62-cent price adjustment on it, so it came down to $2.97. And this is handcrafted. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this was not, and I'm going to show you why, this was not mass produced. All right.
What in the world is it?
Well, I'm going to open it and show you that in just a second. I want to keep this protected, but I want you to look at this weld spot. Can you see the weld? See how this is crimped? This is not machine made. This is hand crimped. This is hand spot welded. I don't know if you can see that weld on there. Somebody took the time to make this and shape this by hand. Also up here, this is spot welded. This is, you see the burn marks? This is handmade. If this was mass produced, you wouldn't see this. You would see pretty much perfection, but it might not be well made. This is well made. So I'm going to take the protective cover off it. You probably hear the sirens going by. That's a normal around here. Uh-oh, I don't think I cut it. Yeah, I cut it enough. This is a little hand hoe.
Ah,
This is sharp. I'm going very gentle because it does have quite a sharp edge on it. It's also got sharp points on each corner so that when you're hoeing, it's already at the proper angle. Scrape across the ground and either get rid of the grass or whatever's coming up and bring it down to the hard packed dirt. So this is a great way where you can get between the plants by using the corners. You can go this way. And I need something for the larger garden that runs the 80 some odd feet across the back where the corn and the melons are planted. I need to be able to keep that area weed free without having to pluck every single one. The greenhouse is a little different because that's going to be, and you'll see that in the next video. That's going to be in raised bins, so to speak, that are small areas and it's not going to be in the ground. So I don't have to worry about weeds. But this, yeah, I love that somebody took the time, some artisan, some craftsman, wherever this came from, whether it's China or the Philippines or whatever, somebody actually took the time to make this. So this one is not going to be identical to one that you might get. It'll be similar design, but because they're being welded and crimped one by one, I love it. I'm happy to support anyone who does handmade items, who takes the time. And this is sturdy. This is not moving. That's seriously welded. This is just the right length. It does have a gap. If I wanted to put a pole in here of some sort, it is thin. It's only about as big as my tip of my pinky. But I could add post in there of some sort to make it a longer handle. But it's perfect.
beautiful.
Isn't it? I mean, it's just,
It is perfect, as you said.
it is. I'm not, and you can tell it's metal. See how I'm getting the grease from the solder all over the side of my finger? That happens when you're dealing with real steel and real solder. You get that residue that you see on the side of my finger there. I'm thrilled with this. I've actually been looking for more artisan crafted or handcrafted items on TEMU so I can find more like this and support. I'm not supporting a big company by buying this. I'm not supporting TEMU. I'm supporting the person that actually created this, that took the time and made this. Right? I think it's very cool. What else we got? Other than now, I got a mess on my hands, but that's okay.
Don't get this.
Is that it?
That's it.
This is a really small order. I might have to go in the other room and get some more stuff. All right. Oh, yeah. This was $6.77. And this is a solar fountain pump. I have a small fountain in the back in one of my garden areas. And I keep it filled with water, and I do find that the birds are going into it. Oh, hold on, there's more in here. I have the hose. Oh, there's more pieces in here. Gotta get all the pieces out. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. So this is 100% solar. There's the top, gathers the solar. The pump is already installed in the bottom, right there. If you can see it. If I were to, this will pump continuously. It doesn't have to be like on or off. As long as it's in the water, it will pump. Or as long as it's in the sun, it'll pump. So it comes with all the little pieces. It comes with 2 pieces of hose, and these little hose, this is obviously your intake, which I will have to do the attaching. But basically it sucks the water up and shoots the water out. So, and this is meant, it can float, or it has rubber right here, which will help it to float, with rubber around the edges. So it can either float or it can sit on the bottom. So this is something that I will assemble, and I will show you the pictures when it's done and working. But I'll put a picture up here from the web so that you can see what it's supposed to look like. And yep, it comes with instructions in
On the other side.
6 or 7 different languages easily. Yeah, on the other side, look, there's French.
Yeah.
So English is on this side. And it says this is a 2.5 watt solar panel. It is approximately 6.5 inches across. It has 5 different fountains. So these are all the different fountains that you can get. How many streams of water, whatever that you want to come up from it. You know, do you want it to bubble big or bubble little or bubble straight or however? Let's see. Water spray height is a maximum of 65 centimeters. So that's about, I don't know. What is 65 centimeters? I'm going to have to look it up and I'll put it up here. But that's the maximum height that it'll pump and put it up. So it says keep the solar panel top clean, change the water frequently to avoid any dirt getting into the pump. Put the fountain under sunlight without water so that it will charge. And if you put the fountain under sunlight without water, the solar fountain will not work. So in other words, if I don't want it to pump, I just don't put it in the water. Water should be at least 2 inches deep and clean. Do not use at temperatures of water temperature above 113. Now, our air temperature, as you know, down here can get into the 1 teens and whatnot. But our water temperature doesn't quite get that high. Let's see what else it says. Do not use the pump in dirty or corrosive water. Well, that kind of makes sense, right? And any repair should be done by the manufacturer. So again, I'm going to put a picture up here for you so that you can see what it actually looked like. I'm going to assemble it. I filled my water fountain yesterday to make sure that I had plenty of fresh, clean water in it. The only thing I'm not seeing gives you maintenance. It gives you the packing list. And it pretty much doesn't tell you how to assemble it, but it looks pretty much like a no-brainer. You know, it gives you all the information across, and it gives you lots of images, and it tells you how to maintain it. It also gives you maintenance information on the actual pump itself so that you know how to take it apart, put it back together, keep it clean and working. So yeah, I'm going to try it. I've always wanted to have a fountain in the back. So that's something that we'll do after we do our hand mold. We'll get it up and running.
Very good.
Right? Okay. Now, let me set this aside. Uh-oh. I'm dropping pieces here. Hold on. I'm doing that whack-a-mole thing again.
That's it.
That's it. All right. So let's now go over the tips and tricks part 11, which was applying TEMU press-on nails. I did my left hand completely in acrylic, what I call salon method. All right. Where I cut, hold on, try not to sneeze. I cut each tip so that I could apply it as a tip. And that's exactly what I did. I applied them as a tip. And then I filled them with the acrylic powder, buffed them and whatnot. These have been on since Wednesday and they have not budged. And trust me when I say they have not budged to the point that they hurt when I cut them a couple of times and they're on that tight. So these stayed. However, on the right hand, I only have 2 that managed to stay on out of the 5 methods that I tried. So let's go over each of the 5. The pinky, which was this little one here, that was on the pinky. That came off that same night at 8:30 on Wednesday night when I was doing dishes. Now, I got to give you a little information about this. The pinky was only applied using the sticky that came with it. I had a comment from one of the viewers that said she had heard of someone that had put a hair blower, the heat from hair dryer, across the nails and that they stayed on a lot longer. So I hadn't thought about that. So I got my hair blower and I hit that nail up, I warmed it, so to speak, with the hair dryer. And it was within an hour and a half, maybe not even 2 hours after I had done that, that I reached in the sink to down to grab silverware and it just popped right off. So I personally, for me, I'm going to I believe that it was the heat that actually weakened it. And the reason I say that is because back on Easter Sunday, I had put on those bright red tips that I had gotten from TEMU. And they stayed on until I took them off a few days later. They stayed on through everything, washing my hair, washing dishes, doing clothes, everything. And they were only on with the stickies. So this one was staying on, and I expected it to stay on, but within a couple of hours of after hitting it up with the heat, personally, just my personal opinion, I'm not an expert, but I do believe that the heat actually softened and weakened the bond with the glue. In other words, it started to change how it was attached and it
Kind of
loosened up.
melted the glue.
Yeah, it actually over softened. It didn't harden the glue, it softened the glue, it melted it, so it popped off. So it wasn't even on. Wow, I did it during the video at 12:30 and it came off at 8:30. So this came off, oh, I'm sorry, 8:30 a.m., 8:30 the next morning when I was doing dishes. So it made it through the night, but it came off the next morning on May 2nd. I forgot I put these on May 1st. I'm sorry, that was my bad. But anyway, it came off very quickly. The next finger was the ring finger. That was the next one to come off. This one came off on May 3rd, which was Friday. It came off at 4:44 p.m. precisely, and I was doing dinner prep. All I was doing was prepping vegetables and grabbing vegetables and cutting and cooking. And this one literally just went flying off. Now, the ring finger had been applied using the sticky with the acrylic glue around the edge. So that one lasted a little over 2 days. It went from May 1st to 12:30 and it came off on May 3rd at 4:44. So that one didn't last. Lasted about 2 days. So I don't believe that the acrylic nail glue with the sticky didn't make enough of a difference for me. You guys might be happy with having the nails stay on for a couple of days, but I need them to stay on a lot longer. All right. The next one that came off was the thumb. This one also came off on May 3rd, a couple hours after the ring finger did. Now, the thumb was the one that was put on with the gel that was in the little black container. Where you scoop out the gel and you put it on, if you remember. This one came off, and all I was doing was cleaning the kitchen, loading the dishwasher, emptying the dishwasher, loading the dishwasher, wiping down the countertops and whatnot. And I just had the sponge in my hand and went like this, and that one popped right off. And that one had been cured with a UV light. So I wasn't being rough on it, but it did come off. So for me, the stickies with the gel, or the stickies with the acrylic nail glue and the gel did not work. Now, these two are still on, and these are still on really, really good. So the pointer was put on with nothing but the acrylic, with acrylic glue. In other words, the glue that I use when I'm doing my tips salon style, that KDS glue I told you about. That's the only thing that went on with this finger, and this thing has been staying on to the point that if you look closely, can you see the tip is wearing down? It's losing some color, right? That's how much this nail has been used or abused, so to speak. But it's staying on. It's not lifting. It's not twisting. It's on. So I am not messing with it. I'm leaving it on. And the middle finger, this one was put on what I call salon style. That's just my phone that you hear. That was put on salon style, where I cut the tip to shorten it to make it into a tip. I applied my primer. I applied my acrylic powder all the way up to the tip. I filed it, I shaped it, and I covered it with clear nail polish. That one, this middle finger, was done exactly the same as I did this entire hand. And as you can see, I didn't lose any color by using the acrylic powder over the top of it. I still have all the color from the tips that I have on this hand. As a matter of fact, probably more so because these are not wearing down on the end, because it has the acrylic coating over the top. This one doesn't have the acrylic coating on the top, so it's wearing, the color's wearing off. So what I'm going to do is I saved all the tips that came off, the 3 tips that came off. I'm going to put all 3 back on, probably later tonight, using the salon method to keep them on. So for me, that's what works the best. I'm rough on my nails, but I was not rough on my nails from Wednesday and not even now till today, just doing normal household stuff, and I lost the 3 of them. So my suggestion to you is get the KDS glue, forget the stickies. If you're someone who uses the TEMU press-ons, just use, go back and look at the video that I did. It's the tips and tricks part 11, and it will show you how to apply the KDS to your nail just enough to put the KDS on, press it, leave it be. That works better than just the stickies or the stickies with the glue on, because the KDS is amazing. Or practice and learn how to do them salon style so you can do them with acrylic and keep them on. I like this idea the best because this means I can have colorful, playful tips and not have to go through all that nail brushing and artwork and stencils and everything else to do it myself. I can just buy the tips and put them on using the salon method, and they stay on. So that's the recap. That's how everything's going. I will get back to you next weekend. We will show you how the water fountain works. We will show you our hand sculpture that we're going to do this afternoon.
Uh-oh.
What do you think? And I guess I have to order Mom a pair of sunflower earrings. Like those.
Oh, those are beautiful. Can I have those?
Well, what am I going to wear?
You don't have to. I'll wear them. Oh, okay, you can have them. I'll wait.
Well, you can have one and I'll take one.
Okay.
How about I don't wear them until I get you a pair, and then we can wear them
Oh,
together?
that sounds good.
That sounds better. Okay. And in case you hadn't noticed behind us out here in the lanai, I don't know if you can see it because of the sunshine, but I do have my neon coffee cup, my neon paw, my neon heart finally hanging up out here on the porch. All my beautiful green curtains that I got from TEMU, all those shears are finally up, and you can see the amount of light that's coming through. Even with the shears up, it's just,
It's beautiful.
yeah, we have nice comfy furniture. It's kind of like a little sitting room out here. And this is where we're going to do our TEMU stuff, weather permitting. If it gets too hot, we'll go back in and do it at the island like we were doing when it was cold. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. That's it, guys. Questions, concerns, queries, posers, whatever, inquiries, put them down below. Make sure you leave a comment if you enjoyed this or you liked another Sunday with Mama and you want to see another Sunday with Mama. Give us a big thumbs up. Uh-oh, I really got to do that now, don't I? Give us a big thumbs up. Remember, stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And we will catch you soon with another TEMU order
Yes.
and another Sunday with Mama. Happy Mother's Day next Sunday in case I don't see you then. Bye.
Have a good one.